Hi, students. Today you get me with glasses. Sometimes I need them. Okay, off topic already. We're going to talk about Worldly Wise, lesson 5 today, okay? So this is book 8. Hopefully you have it. I've got the third edition. Please get it out. And after this lesson, I'm going to make a review lesson, okay? So chapters 1 to 5, which will make you go back and look at the words, okay? Okay, so for lesson 5 and lesson 5 only, we're going to look at the words and pronounce them properly and then discuss them. Okay, so let's go through these. That's good. Hopefully it's big enough for you guys. So word number 1 is audacious. Audacious. Okay, audacious. Confiscate. Confiscate. Conscientious. This is a hard word. Okay, conscientious. Conscientious. Depict. Depict. Embark, embark, inkling, inkling, lackadaisical, lackadaisical. Okay, I like that word too. There's a lot of good words in this one. Okay, they're hard, but they're good. Okay, mutiny, mutiny, pilfer, pilfer, profusion, profusion, prudent, prudent, rankle, rankle, rebuke, rebuke. Okay, the stress is on the second part. Okay, serene, serene, slovenly, slovenly. Okay, so again, be careful. You look for the stress marks. Okay, slovenly, slovenly. Okay, let's go through the words. Oh, I forgot to say too. If you want some bonus sentences, dun, 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 with some cool pictures, they're down in the description box. Okay, and if you need any help, you can talk to me in the comments. Okay, and I will do my best. As long as I'm on a computer, I can find your comments. Okay, so let's look at these words. Audacious. Audacious is usually something that describes a plan quite often. His audacious plan. But you can also use actions. Her audacious actions. It usually means that something that's like really, really brave. Something that's like shockingly like I can't believe he did that. Like this, okay? So if thieves decide to rob the bank that is right next door to the police station, that's a very brave plan, okay? So we might call that an audacious plan. Audacious does have another meaning, and it just basically means kind of disrespectful. Okay, so they do have kind of conflicting meanings for the adjective. You just have to know it from the context. Okay, so if it says something like an audacious plan, it's going to be like surprisingly bold or brave or something like that. Okay, not necessarily good. Just because it's brave doesn't mean it's a good idea. Okay, going and fighting a lion is brave, but it's a bad idea, right? So be careful with that. Okay, but an audacious plan is one that's brave or overly brave or something like that. If you say audacious words or audacious actions, it might just mean disrespectful. Okay. Okay, and there's a noun, audacity. Okay, so audacious, audacious, audacity, audacity. Okay, so just be careful the vowel sound changes. Okay, audacious, audacity. And that's just the noun for the first meaning. Okay, the bold plan, the brave plan. Confiscate, confiscate. Oh, by the way, there we go. There's a picture of Edvard Munch's The Scream, very famous painting. Um, there's a little bit of a audacious plan with that, so you might want to look it up. You can get it from the description box. Okay, confiscate. Confiscate means someone with more power than you is going to take something for you. Okay, so if you're using your phone in class and it's disturbing the class, maybe your teacher will confiscate it. Okay, if you bring like fireworks or a knife or something dangerous to school, the principal might confiscate it. Okay, now it doesn't mean they're taking it forever, but they're definitely going to hold it until you go home or for some later date or something like that. So we'll say the student's phone was confiscated. Okay, so it's often used in a passive tense. Okay, so you might have the to be verb, was, were, and then confiscated. Okay, and then by. So the teacher's, sorry, the student's phone was confiscated by the teacher. Okay, the weapons were confiscated by the police. by the FBI or something like that. Okay, so you'll often find this one in a passive sentence. Okay, you can do it. Future too. Will be confiscated. It's also passive. Okay. Conscientious. Conscientious is an adjective. It's so you can say he's very conscientious. Um, it just means thorough or careful. Okay, conscientious. They do things in a very deliberate way. Step one, step two, step three. This is someone who's very conscientious. Okay, bosses love people who work conscientiously, as long as it's not too slow, right? So conscientious. Um, Sometimes as well, it can just mean honest. Okay, so if you find my music player, my MP3 player, I know most people don't have separate MP3 players these days, but I'm a little bit old, so I've got this old MP3 player. If you find it on a park bench, like maybe I'm there and then I pack up, but I forget it on it, and then you see it and you're like, hey, that old man, he's forgetting his MP3 player. And you grab it from the park bench and you run after me and you're like, Mister, I found your MP3 player. You can say this person's very conscientious because you could have kept it for yourself. Okay, so this is very. Sometimes it's similar to the word honest. Okay, moral. Someone who's very moral is very conscientious. Okay, depict. Okay, if you look really in there, it has this picked part. Picked part. Okay, it is kind of the same as picture. That kind of meaning. Okay, depict is a verb. It usually just means like shows or displays. So it's often used with books or movies. So you say this book, depicts 1850 in Japan or something like that. Okay, um, this movie depicts a scary future, like that kind of stuff. It just means it's showing it to the audience. Okay. Here, the poem depicts a gruesome murder in a haunted house. So I put a picture of a very scary haunted house there. Okay. So depicts. Maybe that's just a scene in the poem. Okay. It doesn't need to be the whole poem or anything like that. Okay. It can be just one part of the movie or the book or the poem or something. Depict. And there's a noun. The book doesn't have it. I didn't make a sentence for it, but there is also depiction. You say, the author's depiction of New York was very real, okay, or is very real. So depiction is also fine. Embark. Embark has two meanings as well. Number one just means go on the boat. Maybe the captain, like, all aboard. Do they do that on boats? Maybe it's just trains, but if it's usually used for boats. So embark. It'll mean to get on the boat. Okay, so if you're hanging around the dock area, the land area, and then the captain wants to leave, he'll yell or scream or blow a whistle or something like that, and then it's time to embark. It means you have to get on the boat. Now embark, especially with the word on following it, you'll see a lot of times on. It has a little bit different meaning and it just means start. Okay, so embark on your career. Okay, after university, you have to embark on your career. Here it just means start on your career. Okay, a little bit similar, kind of like journey, but not in a sense of traveling somewhere, but more of kind of not so much literal sense. Okay. So embark on something. So it means start. Inkling. Inkling means you have a hint of something or suspicion. We often use this one negatively, meaning that you don't have a hint or suspicion. So, if my student is really rich and he gives me a car for my birthday, and he's like, hey, happy birthday, Teacher Daryl, here's some keys. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. And then I'll say, oh, I had no inkling you were going to do this. It just means that I had no idea or no thought beforehand that this was going to happen. Okay, so inkling, an inkling of something. Okay, lackadaisical, another hard word, but fun. Okay, conscientious, lackadaisical. There's a lot of syllables in some of these words. Okay, long words. Lackadaisical typically just means someone who's not very enthusiastic. Okay, there's even you can make it longer if you want and say lackadaisically. Okay. So if you put a lackadaisical effort into your homework, I will give you a bad mark. Okay, you will not succeed very well. 6 out of 10 or a C or something like that. Okay. Um, if students work lackadaisically and they're like writing like this, The teacher's probably gonna be angry. You should not lackadaisically help your parents clean the house. You should clean the house quickly. Get it done quickly. Get it done right. Okay. The next word is mutiny. Mutiny. Mutiny is a word typically used by pirates, I guess. But it can be in the army as well too. It means that the people below the captain, below the officer in the army, they don't like his leadership, and they risk heavy, heavy punishment, even death, to get rid of the captain. Okay, so a mutiny on a pirate ship would mean that they usually probably grab the captain. They probably tell him they don't like him, throw him overboard. Okay, throw him to the sharks. That would be a mutiny. Okay, there's a noun and a verb, so you can say they mutinied. Now, if you do say mutinied and then you want to put the person next, you should say the word against. They mutinied against the captain. You can also say they mutinied against the captain's rule as well, okay? So maybe bad governing style or leadership style. So yeah, it can be a verb, it can be a noun. You say, oh, that was a famous mutiny. The story in here is about a ship called the Bounty, Mutiny on the Bounty, which is kind of a crazy story. Yeah. So enjoy the story. Okay. So mutiny can be a noun or a verb. Pilfer. Pilfer usually means steal things. We have a lot of ways in English to say steal, but it's usually something small. It's usually something not very important. Okay. So the example sentence I had here was about stealing things from the office. Stealing like pencils and erasers and stuff like that. If you go to McDonald's and then you take a whole bunch of the ketchup packets, the little tiny ketchup things, you rip them open and squirt them. If you go there and you take like 50, that is stealing. I mean, you're allowed to help yourself to one or two, but if you're just going there to take them, this is called pilfering something. So it means stealing. If I have to be honest with you, and I will be always, is that the word pilfer is a little bit of an older word. Okay, my mom and dad, I've heard them use it before, but not commonly used. Okay, profusion. Profusion. It's often seen in some things like a profusion of something. Okay, so it's stuck between a and of. A profusion of. It just means lots, an abundance of something. Okay, having many or much. Okay. It says here a plentiful supply or a generous amount. Um, yeah, here it says daffodils, which is a beautiful flower. It usually comes in like yellow flower. It usually comes in like March or April, at least where I live. So daffodils grow in profusion along the riverbank. It just means there's like lots and lots there. Okay. And then there's profuse. Profuse is the adjective. Okay. Profuse. And I've seen it lots with profuse praise, profuse apologies. It just means I'm sorry, I'm really, really sorry I did that. I'm sorry, I can't believe it. Oh, I'll never do it again. And then, later the person says, oh, wow, Carol apologized profusely. It just means lots and lots, okay? Many, many times, more than just once, okay? Um, yeah, profuse. Okay, you should know that word, profuse. Prudent. Prudent is yet another word that kind of means careful or cautious, okay? Prudent. Um, Again, there's an adverb, just like profusely. I didn't specifically say it, but profusely has an adverb. Prudent, prudently. It's good advice if you're earning money, that instead of spending it all every single time you get it money, that you should probably get the money and put at least 10% in the bank or 15% in the bank if you can. Okay, it's a good habit. And then when you're old like me, you can quit working early. Okay. But yeah, this is prudent advice. Okay, careful advice and stuff like that. Okay. If a glass breaks on the floor and you have to go get some cloths or tissue or something like that to clean it up, you should walk prudently. Okay, so just kind of carefully, gingerly, cautiously. There's a lot of words that are kind of similar. Prudence is a noun though. Okay, there's like gingerly and all that kind of stuff doesn't really have a noun. So Slight difference. Maybe help you to remember it. You can say with a profusion of prudence. It's possible. It just means you're being very careful. Okay. Rankle. Rankle means annoy. Annoy someone. It rankled me. It rankled me when the students forgot their pencils. I don't really care about. I don't really care about that one, but it means it bothered me. Okay. Rebuke. Rebuke means yelling, screaming at somebody. I think this book has had other words that are very similar to rebuke. Okay. You might want to look up some synonyms and see if you know them as well. But rebuke, it just means like criticize, admonish, scold, shake a finger at somebody. It can be quite strong. If a teacher, uh, goes to class unprepared, the principal might rebuke him or her. If you do something stupid, the police might rebuke you. It doesn't mean they're arresting you, but they're just gonna yell and scream at you for a while. Okay. It's a verb and a noun, just like mutiny. No changes. Okay. So just if it's a verb, you might have to put ing or ed on it or something or an s on it. Okay. So just be careful if it's a verb, you might have to change it. Rebuke. Serene. Serene is an adjective. Serenity is the noun. It just means like a calm condition. Okay. So you can say a serene place, or you can say a person is very serene. Okay, similar to words like, you can say sad, he is sad, or this book is sad. It can have both meanings it causes people to be sad. Different than words like bored and boring, where you have to change the thing. He is bored. That movie is boring. When you do sad, it can be either one. Okay, and serene is the same. You can say he is serene, or you can say that place is serene. When you say that place is serene, it means it makes people serene. Okay, a little bit different than having the emotion of being serene. Okay, so it just means calm. Okay, if you're a Buddhist, and you sit in a calm place and you want to clear your mind, you want to look for a serene place, a place that has serenity, serene serenity. Okay, so just like audacious, remember, let's review. Audacious, audacity. Okay, so the adjective to the noun, it changes the middle vowel sound. Okay, and here, serene, serenity. Okay, so the the second syllable has a different sound. Serene, serenity. Okay, and last one. I make this done before 20 minutes. Slovenly. Today I'm just a little bit slovenly. Usually when I make the videos, I have like a collar and stuff like that. Take the time to put my contacts in and stuff like that. But slovenly usually means you're dressed really not in a good way. Okay, you're dressed in a way that's like this guy. If he showed up and he wanted a job from me, I would say no. Next time, cut your hair or at least comb your hair, and make sure your tie is the right length, and maybe put on a better fitting shirt. So you dress slovenly. Okay. But it can mean uncareful and stuff like that. So in a science class, if you're measuring things not in a good way, you can say you slovenly measured something. Okay, it just means uncareful. Okay, so if it's describing clothes, it just means not dressed well. Okay, there's ketchup over here and stuff like that. Buttons missing. If it terms of measurement, it just means you did things uncarefully. Okay. Okay, this one has lots of pictures. Ta-da! You can see what they're about. I showed you the haunted house. This whistle is the ship's whistle for embarking on a cruise or a journey or something like that. Here's a mutiny. A mutiny. They're saying goodbye, Captain. Here's way over here are some blackberries that are in profusion. Okay. Here. Da-da-da-dum. I have a rock star. You can see why if you read the sentence. Okay. Secret. You have to download it, okay? And here, she is sitting in a serene place, okay? Good. Oh, and I've got a barbecue guy. Again, you can look for the example sentences. If I can help you, let me know. Take care. Good luck with these. And the next video will be the review video, okay? So try to go through the words. Take care. Bye-bye.